Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chris, aka Jensaside, and welcome to the Casual News, where we bring you the news stories that matter. Our correspondent Ronnie couldn't be with us tonight as he has come down with a case of malaria. We wish you the best, but instead, we're bringing on our old correspondent, Dwain. We found him disheveled out back looking for a job. Dwain, how are you doing?
I'm glad to be saved by the casual heroes once again.
Okay. Yes, I'm glad we got to save you. Now, they're seeing a very good picture of you, but they are seeing me live. I look like crap because I'm on painkillers because I had shoulder surgery 2 days ago. So this should be a fun podcast. But Dwayne, it has been a while for the casual news.
Yes, it has, Chris. And to everybody's excitement, well, not really our excitement, I know you and I at least, we're back. Nobody was counting or caring, but we're back nonetheless.
We are. There is at least going to be now 3 episodes of the casual news. Um, I thought about bringing back Australia, but this is 2019. We're moving on. Okay, we're
I
moving
will let
on.
you know that it's been, what, a decade since our last recording, and it was very sparsely done. I still think of things about our Australia take every time I hear about the word Australia, anything about people from Australia. I think of
Right.
the casual news, so it will live on in my heart.
Well, good. I always think of the pygmy plant. If you don't know about it, please look it up because I don't have the recording. But we have been gone a while, and we did miss a few things. But so each week we'll take a look back, and this week we're going to take a look back to Domino's just made a terrible mistake. Uh, Domino's ran a pizza for life promo, Dwayne,
That
and
just sounds like my motto when people tell me to say things. I say pizza for life, no matter what. So, but go ahead.
all you had to do was get uh, Domino's, the logo, tattooed on you, and as long as you did that, you got 100 pizzas a year for 100 years. So here is a picture of a guy that did this. They had to shut it down after 5 days after more than 300 people had gotten Domino's tattoos.
Okay, here's my first question. Was there any stipulations on how big it had to be? Obviously, it doesn't have to be only the dominoes because it seems like Raphael's a big part of that one as opposed to dominoes.
Well, here's 2 things you need to know. One, uh, Domino's
People are
fans
gross.
were required to get a tattoo of the company's logo in a prominent place. Okay. And then they just had to post that picture to social media with the hashtag dominance. Now, let me tell you where they went wrong.
They didn't know about Photoshop.
Nope. They did it in Russia.
That's mild. Like that's like a mild dare for people in Russia. Hey man, I dare you to get the Domino's logo. Too bad I already have it here on my face.
Yeah. So after 5 days, over 300 people had went and gotten a Domino's logo tattooed on their body, and they shut it down. It was supposed to go on for 2 months. It went on for 5 days.
I said there's a Domino's in Russia. Can we please stop the excuses and talk of poor people in Russia? They have Domino's for God's sakes. It's going
Yeah.
great.
I just can't believe. I mean, I will send you this one too. I'm just going to send you this link so you can see it, Dwayne. Here was another one. I'll maybe post it in the video, but go ahead and click. There you go. There's that one. Uh,
You have to post it.
yeah, I'll edit this in like right now. Okay, there's the photo. Yeah, it's a great photo. So I just couldn't believe it. The company seemed to believe that only a few people would be crazy enough to get the tattoo on their body for free food. And it seemed like paying for a couple of people in pizza for a permanent ad space was an even exchange. They underestimated that they did it in Russia.
Well, as a proud consumer of the Domino's product, even at first glance of these two tattoos that you shared so far, you wouldn't necessarily know that was for Domino's Pizza.
No, not necessarily. But I mean, the Domino's logo was there, as they said. That's all they asked.
They
So
did.
people got creative with it. So, but yes, Domino's. If you're going to do something like that in Russia, like it needs to be way more. Um,
They could have offered carve the Domino's logo into your chest with a rusty knife blade, and they would still have to cancel this in Russia.
yes, that is absolutely correct. So that's taking a look back. That happened back in 2018. But let's talk about stuff that's happening now, Dwayne. And this is a story that I know was sent to group message. I don't know whether you read it, but if you did, I'm pretty sure that you didn't read one part, and it blows my mind. I've talked to my wife about it. I've talked to other people. We have no idea how this happened. Um, Let me pop her up here on the screen. Um, and this will get more technologically advanced as time goes on, people. But this is first show, and I'm on painkillers. Ashley Beth Rolland, 23, was accused on July 31st of stealing $5,000 from the apartment of a man she had been staying with for about a week. When they brought her inside, they found that she had meth hidden inside her vagina, and she claims that she didn't know where the drugs came from and they were not hers. So, oops, I've got meth in my vagina. I'm not sure how that happened, but that's actually only the appetizer. The real
That's a bad
story,
choice of word.
yes, the real story on this is what else they discovered in Ashley's vagina. Dwayne, they discovered $6,233.
Get it together, Ashley. That's a lot of money.
Dude,
Okay, did she claim that, or did somebody else put that there too, that
no,
without
no,
her knowledge?
no. She claimed that, but I don't even care that she claimed it. I'm trying to figure out the logistics.
I want to know what bills are they all ones? For the love of God, please tell me there's some hundreds in there.
I mean, there $1,000 bill?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. That could be a novelty bill that I've seen on some wall of some novelty shop.
I mean, even at that, you're looking at six
Well,
one.
okay, wait. Oops, I've got some math up in there. She's not carrying $1,000 bills, so let's go ahead and skip past that. She's got hundreds at best.
Um, I will send you a picture of her because I forgot to send you a picture. This is just her. It's just, I mean, it doesn't show anything. That's just a picture of her. That's what everybody's seeing. Uh, I I I mean, at hundreds, you're talking. Gosh, I mean, I don't even. Let's see. That's
That's 60. That's 60 bills.
then the 200. So
Mm-hmm.
another two. Then a 20, a 10, and three ones.
Yeah, she's coming up on 70 bills up in there.
That is a lot of bills.
I want to
Now,
know whether they were folded. I want to know if they were origamied. I want to know if they were rolled.
they were. I can shed a little bit of light. They were in a clear plastic bag, along with roughly 1 gram of meth.
Roughly. I so wish that she had like an Asian gangster boyfriend and the last 100 came out like an origami swan.
That would be amazing, but I just I I feel like this is a question we need to send out to the listeners. that are female. Um, how much can you fit?
The most recent casual news poll for all you ladies out there: how much can you fit?
Because I don't believe people would say $6,233.
I don't believe people's going to answer that question.
I don't believe they are either. But you know what? I believe her that the meth wasn't hers.
I believe her. Am I wrong in saying that at first glance I'm surprised by her picture?
Uh, yes.
Okay, all right. Honestly, I was expecting something much worse.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that. But you know, she's only 23. But, whew,
And
stands.
it's also a neck up pictures too. So
Yes, yes. We don't know. We don't know what the rest looks like for sure. But moving right along, Dwayne, when taking care of your body, your teeth are very important, and you've always had very large, prominent teeth. Um,
Dwayne, you've always had oversized teeth for your mouth and have trouble closing your mouth. So thanks. Go ahead.
a 7-year-old boy in India um,
Already good.
had to have some teeth pulled,
Hmm.
and he just happened to have 526 teeth pulled.
And he had no idea who put them there. Mother of God, are those his teeth?
Yes, those are the 526 teeth that were pulled out of his mouth. The boy was brought to the hospital with swelling in his lower right jaw, and it was found to be suffering from a compound composite um, odontum, whatever that means.
I don't know what you just trailed off into. I'm pretty sure that was something else.
But they did an X-ray to show that he had multiple teeth under, so they did surgery because they were worried he might have cancer of the jaw. And when they operated, they found a huge mass, and inside were 526 tooth-like structures. They
For some
ranged from size of 1 millimeter to 15 millimeters.
kid I went to high school with that had way too many teeth for his face, and I used to make this motion with my hands and my fingers coming out of my mouth, which I know I'm a great person to be sharing that, but this goes above and beyond that.
This is amazing. That I, I mean, luckily, I believe the kid is okay. They got all the teeth out. But they say this is the first time ever that so many teeth were seen in a single individual.
Yeah,
It
and that
took
record's not going to be broken.
it took 5 hours of meticulous searching to remove every single tooth. And there was one tooth in there with a crown covered by enamel, so it was an actual tooth in there too. So I mean, that's just amazing. 7-year-old boy, 526 teeth pulled. I don't think he's gonna want to go back to the dentist for a while.
This story bothers me more than a previous one. I'm not sure why.
It is amazing. I mean, that's a lot of teeth, dude.
That it is.
That is a lot of teeth. But there was a woman. Speaking of teeth, um, there was a girl who tried to commit suicide in prison. Okay, 20 years ago. And the way she decided to do it is one that I have never heard of. She decided to swallow a toothbrush. Well, that toothbrush, 20 years later, has finally been surgically removed from her body.
So it's safe to say that her plan didn't work. That's even worse.
That is what is left of a toothbrush after 20 years of being in your small intestine. Like literally, the toothbrush did nothing. It sat in the small intestine. She carried out the rest of her sentence. She didn't die, and she just like 20 years later went to the doctor and got it taken out.
I'm looking at these pictures in like kind of in order, and it looks like they could all be part of the same story. Lady found thousands of money in her vagina, a ton of teeth, and now this toothbrush thing that we're looking at. These stories keep getting worse as we progress.
Well, we're going to get into some more fun stuff here in a second, but I just found this one weird. She did experience pain in her abdominal for a while, but then basically it just kind of grew into her intestine. So here's the thing: don't swallow a toothbrush to commit suicide. It doesn't work.
Ram it in your eye. Do something if you want to use it for that purpose. Now, we're not saying do that, but don't just swallow it and say, "Man, I hope something happens to kill me."
Yeah. Um, Now this is a fun one. This is our Florida man for the day. Man, alrighty. So I'm going to go. Well, no, I'm going to go ahead with the lead. Florida man takes golf cart on wild ride through Walmart. All right, so I'm going to pop up a bigger picture. I'll send it to you, Dwayne, so you can see, because I'm going to read the thing, but on the picture, I want everybody on the video and you to notice the security guard. Is she pointing a gun at him? And if she is not, is she pointing a finger gun at him? I'd have no idea what. You see
That
it,
security
right?
guard's got. I see it. That's why I like that security guard has to do something because that door greeter is slow to get there and she is behind. So they have to leap into action. Everybody else is. What I like is the guy to the right of the picture in the red shirt and white hat. He's not reacting. It looks like he's maybe could be shelling some peanuts and just taking it easy, watching all this happen.
Well, authorities say a 56-year-old man from Florida took his golf cart on a wild ride through Walmart store, terrorizing shoppers and ignoring deputies' orders to stop before crashing into a cash register. Hillsborough County Sheriff investigators say they were summoned to the store near Tampa on Tuesday, where they found Michael Dale Hudson blocking the liquor store entrance with his golf cart.
You know, this is kind of fake news to a point. It says man accused of driving golf cart into crowd. Are we sure these four people, or is it constitutes a crowd?
Just wait. So, the Tampa Bay Times reports that he was demanding to speak to the manager of the liquor store as as he's blocking the entrance with his golf cart. As deputies spoke to Hudson, they say he suddenly drove toward the store's main entrance of Walmart. Customers jumped out of the way as he barreled through the door. He raced towards the checkout area, hitting several customers before ultimately hitting a cash register and crashing. He was jailed on multiple charges, including aggravated battery. A lawyer was not listed at the time on his jail records.
I think it's a safe bet that Fanny Pack is probably one of the victims.
He's definitely nailing her.
Yeah,
I mean,
she's done.
yeah. And really, I want to know if that door greeter welcomed him to Walmart.
I think she's in mid-process of a welcome.
But so I'm trying to figure out still if that is a security guard or a police officer, and if they are pointing a gun at a man in a golf cart.
I would say that is one of the said deputies who told him to stop with a gun directly pointed at them with no regard for the customers, the door
Yes.
greeter. No regard of the customers, the door greeter, Fanny Pack, Peanut Man. None of those people.
Not to mention the people behind her. Now, here's the thing. He's in a golf cart, so he is going to be moving. So that gun is going to. This is not gun safety.
It's not.
By any stretch of the imagination. I mean, this. I don't know if that is a man or a woman. I cannot tell. But whoever it is, I mean, it may be both. It's 2019. I have no idea.
I'm not a fan of the shooting stance. The balance is all off.
Yeah, this does. I'm not sure what's worse.
So here's the thing I'm looking at. If this was video, and it's not, but if this is rolling and the golf cart is coming towards us, towards Fanny Pack, so it's going to come that way. It's going to cause the deputy to turn to their left and shoot Fanny Pack directly into the face.
I believe I don't know how do I want to say this. I don't know whether I can show the video on here. That's why we're looking at a still from ABC News. Good morning, Tampa Bay. However, Dwayne, if you want to take a look there, I did send you the link, which has a video, and I'm going to play it now. And you may be edited here and there, and I'll see if I can play the video or not.
Caught on camera tonight, a Riverview man in trouble. Deputies say for attempting to run over several people at a local Walmart. ABC Action News reporter Ryan Smith walks us through what some customers are calling an unsettling trip to the store.
Tonight,
Okay, so in the video, did you see the first part of the video?
No, I didn't see the video. I could hear the audio, but no video for me.
Okay, he misses the lady. I sent you the link. You should be able to click on it.
Okay, I got you. I'm going there now.
Yeah.
Like the reverse angle. So.
Yeah, the reverse angle's helpful.
Walmart. One witness telling me he's thankful.
And the guy in the red shirt is still just
I pick up my phone, post on Facebook. I'm on my way to Walmart. Wish me luck. You know, as a joke.
You had no idea you actually needed it today.
No, I did not actually.
Brandon
Okay,
Daniels.
I'm having trouble with the video. I just got the picture of the other angle.
Okay, she is definitely holding from my angle, and I'm going to hide this photo, and I am going to post up here the picture. This sure does look like that she is holding a gun just pointed at customers. I'll take a still here, Dwayne, and send to you. I mean, you tell me, like, it definitely seems as if.
Yeah, from here, I mean, the only thing it could be would be possibly a taser, but the way she's holding it looks to be a gun, and those customers, even from this angle, they are much closer to the golf cart than what the first picture showed. I mean, they are right there. Yes. Nobody's telling them to get back. I mean, it's like a normal. They're just looking like they're looking at a dog, but it's someone with a gun pointed at them.
So he did crash into a checkout counter, but I just want to go back to that officer's gun safety. I don't know. I don't even know how to react to that, because if that is a gun, which it sure does look like, that's pointed directly at somebody's grandmother.
Yeah, and they're not scared. It is Florida, and they're used to things like this probably about every other Wednesday. But, you know, as we progress with the casual news, and I hope we do, we need to come up with some categories and with better names than I can come up with off the top of my head. But, like, for example, I'm just amazed by red shirt guy holding the peanuts or whatever. He's the cool customer of the week so far.
Yes, definitely is. So that is our Florida story. Our dating story of the week. Man gets ready to go on first date with someone and receives this text message. Dwayne, everybody, I'll kind of just let you read that and let that sink in. Wow. That dude better run as far away as he can.
Yeah.
As far away as he can.
Or just go to the gym while she's there and burn it.
Yes. That was going to be their first date. Wow.
Wow.
Turn on read receipts. Whew.
You know what? I imagine maybe this guy's the cool customer of the week because his response is very tame to that.
What? Yeah. So, and before we get into our fun-filled story of the week that will warm everyone's hearts, I don't have a picture of this, but my wife had mentioned it to me a while ago, and this was from, I believe, earlier this year, maybe even the first time last year. Did you know that NASA was paying people $19,000 to be part of a study for 2 months? Did you know this?
I think so. I think I do remember this.
And they needed 24 volunteers to lie in bed for 2 months straight. Okay, now it was done in Cologne, Germany, and you spend 60 days lying down. Now, here's the thing about it is actually you're not just lying down, you were actually lying down at about a 6-degree negative angle, I think, to make the fluids in your body want to rush to the top of your head.
Well, that sounds great. I have two quick questions.
Sure.
One, do you get bathroom breaks? And two, did you have to have the Domino's logo tattooed on your body?
No Domino's logo, but you take showers, bathroom, everything lying in bed. You are not allowed to get up. So they did exercises, they got dressed, they showered, they used the bathroom, they did everything lying in a bed at a negative 6-degree angle.
That sounds like a pure nightmare.
One participant that was in the study said, "What surprised me the most was after a few days, my body got used to the bed rest, and it was much easier than I had imagined. I did not get bored by the many exciting experience. On the contrary, time flew by."
Sadly, he committed suicide when he realized he was taking a dump lying down.
Yeah. Now, if you're working out the time in your head, that basically goes to $13 an hour.
Wow. I know I'm not like I have more OCDs than most people, especially when it comes to cleanliness and things like that. But I'm sure people's first response was, "Heck yeah, I'll lay down there and get paid to do that." No way, I'm out. As soon as you have to bathe and use the bathroom while you're laying down, I'm out.
Well, side story. So the other day when I had my shoulder surgery, they did a nerve block in my right side of my neck down into my shoulder to help with the pain coming out of the surgery. And so I could not use my right arm at all. Like it was just dead weight. Nothing I could do. My wife would have to actually move my arm if like I had moved my body and it just fell over. She would have to actually pick it up and put it back on the bed. So I said, "I have to go to the bathroom." And they're like, "Well, can we just bring you a urinal? Because, your right side of your body, your right arm is dead and we don't want it flapping around everywhere." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I could not pee laying in bed. I had to get up and close the curtains and go back into a corner like I was in a bathroom to be able to pee into a urinal. So there's no way I could have did this study.
And you're doing all of that through excruciating pain. That's how much you had to get up.
I know the nerve block was in. I wasn't in any pain
true.
at all. I was doing it one-handed, for sure. So that was interesting. But yeah, it was definitely I could not do this experiment at all. So, but Dwayne, it is time for the feel-good story of the week.
Oh, I can't wait.
Now, I love penguins. Love penguins. Okay. There is a photo of me on Instagram, and it's just tagged Pure Joy. This is what Pure Joy looks like.
I know the photo.
Is it not Pure Joy, Dwayne?
It is the perfect caption to that picture.
Yes. The National Aquarium of New Zealand, they, on their Facebook page, each month they choose a penguin that is the good penguin of the month. And the reason they're the good penguin of the month. But do you know what they also do, Dwayne?
What also do they do?
They choose the naughty penguin of the month. That's right, folks. The naughty penguin of the month. So, the first penguin we're going to look at and see from the New England Zoo will be the good penguin was Dora, and I haven't sent this to you yet because I don't want you to see the naughty yet.
Okay.
Dora was good because she voluntarily came to be weighed on weigh day. Okay. The naughty penguin of the month was Mr. Mac. Mr. Mac was the naughty penguin of the month for stealing his girlfriend's fish, even though she is predominantly blind.
Mr. Mac is talking trash to the photographer as well.
So,
Why do they have to put, even though she is predominantly blind? Oh my gosh.
the second penguins we're going to look at for the month are Betty. She was good because she was just generally well behaved and never puts a flipper wrong. And Dave was the naughty penguin of the month. He was disrupting the keepers when they are trying to clean the windows. So he was just walking over there and being a jerk as they're trying to clean his windows. Okay,
Looks
so
like Dave's giving that look over his shoulder like they're trying to shoo him away, and he's looking back, still giving him what he wants. And like, I'll leave, but I'm not happy about it.
Our third month here
Mr. Mac.
will be. Let me pull it up here. Sorry, a little bit of painkillers kicking in there. Our good penguin of the month is Dora for coming to the feeding station unescorted. Our naughty penguin of the month is Martin for being a Casanova and trying to steal other girlfriends.
You know, whoever's in charge of these captions and this little section of whatever this is on, I forgot already.
The
Writing job.
the New Zealand Aquarium.
Well, they need to get they deserve a better paying and a more high-profile writing job because I love the captions with the pictures.
Yes. Our next month's penguins, good and naughty.
Well, also, before you move on,
sure.
I can guarantee you stealing Mr. Mac's girlfriend.
Our good penguin of the month was Captain for finally standing up for himself against Tux. And our naughty penguin of the month was Mo for hiding in the bushes on Way Day.
See, you know what? I'm with Mo. I don't like stepping on scales. I don't want to do it around other people. So, you know, come on. Be easy on Mo.
Yeah, that was Mo.
Some more info on Tux, because Captain stood up for himself against Tux, so obviously Tux should be on the naughty side at some point.
You know, I would have thought so too. Our next set of penguins, Pepper was good for encouraging her boyfriend to go swimming. In quotation marks, he is quite lazy. And the naughty is Lulu for being extra snappy at feeding times.
I got to tell you, Chris. You told you told me you were going to send me some things that's on the fly. I haven't seen any of these in detail at all. Most of those, not even a hint of these. You could have given me guesses, and I would not have guessed them. We'd be going through the Penguin of the Month. Good for each one.
Yes, it is. This is the greatest. One of my favorite stories I've ever found. It just really is. Our next penguin that we are going to be looking at, we have two more. Our good penguin is Bernie for consistent swimming and excellent preening. I guess that's cleaning. And our naughty penguin of the month is Dave for pulling the leg hair of a gentleman on a penguin encounter.
Okay, Dave is number 2 behind Mr. Mac for me so far.
And finally, when it comes to our penguins, by the way, I did go on a penguin encounter, and they untied my shoes. I will have to share that video sometime.
On land and the other half in the water, hunting for their food. And the water actually is going to be about 50 degrees, so it's pretty chilly. If you guys have touched any of the animals in the touch tanks downstairs, that's about 56 or 59 degrees, so it's a lot warmer than these girls will be used to swimming in. So they have feathers that keep them nice and warm and waterproof. They also
Our last penguin, naughty and nice. The good is Elmo for getting out of bed and leaving her burrow to be fed. The naughty is Tux for bullying other penguins, chasing them around the feeding station. So, you asked for it.
Tux.
There
Yes.
it is. There is Tux. Now,
He looks like a prick.
now looking at Tux, and let me see if I can pull up. Let me see if I can pull back up Captain. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I got
Captain
Cap-
looks bigger.
Yeah, I think Captain took. I know the picture might be closer, but he's definitely bigger. I'm glad he finally stood up, and he should have done it the first time.
Yeah. So
Looks like a little twerp.
I definitely, yeah. Wow. So thank you so much, New Zealand Aquarium. This is one of the greatest things I have ever seen. I do appreciate it. I love it, and I hope you guys just keep going with it because, man, is it great. So, Dwayne, that is the news for this week. What stands out to you?
Well, how can I? Most people's going to say the whoops, how the meth get there, and others might say the teeth, which rightfully so. I got to go with the Penguin of the Month. I got to go with that just for the fact that I know how much joy it brings you. It also brings me joy because I'm a sucker for any type of funny animal video. Humans and the fact of these captions, and what pushed it over the edge for me is I was wondering about Tux, and by golly, I got an update on Tux at the very end.
You did. You did. I just I just think that these are great, and I mean the story of the week for me is the penguin. I love Martin being a Casanova and trying to steal other girlfriends. That's great, but my favorite caption is Mr. Mac
Mr. Mac.
for stealing his girlfriend's fish, even though she is predominantly blind.
This episode has to include the hashtag Mr. Mac, without a doubt. But where else can people hear stories about a failed marketing campaign in Russia involving Domino's? All the bills and meth you can fit up in an orifice, teeth, toothbrushes. You got greeters almost murdered. You got fanny packs lady almost murdered, and you got all these penguins. So where else can people find that stuff, Chris?
Well, they can go to the casualheroes.com and look under TCH content, where we will have other stuff like podcasts. We will have more videos. I do reviews and stuff like that also. We are going to try to do these more often. We're actually going to try to separate them up a little bit, but this was the first one, so I thought we would just kind of mess around. And plus, I'm just had shoulder surgery, so I can't even really like read at this point in time very well. But you can follow us at Twitter at The Casual Heroes, on Facebook / The Casual Heroes. You can find our podcast everywhere you like to find podcasts, and if you can't find it in that place, let us know. But let's be honest, most of the things that people use we're on. So I believe this week we had another body mechanic. Have you listened to the body mechanic yet, Dwayne?
Not yet. I'm looking forward to listening to that Monday when I hit the road for work.
Well, Gavin continues, I believe, this week talking about techniques with infant massage, and he also talks about his first inappropriate client.
Can't wait.
We also talk about our NFL preview that we are going to do. We're going to try to do all 32 teams, about 10 minutes apiece, on 32 different things. Bring on somebody for each team that is a fan. We haven't been able to find a real Green Bay Packers fan yet. As soon as we do, we'll
Keep posted.
we'll see what we can find. But I mean, no real fans of. We're going to try to get Adam Pierce because we don't.
If you find one, let me know.
Yeah, we're going to try to get Adam Pierce because he's a big Green Bay Packers fan, and I don't know any other Green Bay Packers fan, unfortunately. But other than that, we've got a bunch of stuff going on, streaming going on Twitch and Mixer and all those places. Come in the Discord. We got a giveaway going on. Check that out on Twitter. Dwayne, do you have anything to plug?
No. I'll have some things to put out there next time we talk. I'm looking forward to it, man. I like the upgrades. I'm glad to be back aboard.
All right. Well, until next time, that's the news for this week. And hopefully, Mr. Mac,
we love you,
doesn't come and steal your fish. And hopefully you're not predominantly blind, because
and if you are, Mr. Mac will have his way with you.
Yes, Mr. Mac is a jerk. Oh boy. All right, we'll see you guys next week. Thanks.
See you guys.